Bunny Tears. What's cracking, Bunny Ballers? My name is Bunny Tears. Welcome to Mind-Blowing Time Travel Facts. The second in my Mind-Blowing Facts series, the first one being playing cards, and now we've moved on to time travel. Quite a leap, I know, but I love time travel. I've read up on time travel more than any human should, and I thought I'd share with you a few interesting / mind-blowing facts about time travel. As always though, first thing is first, this is a demolition on Studio. Now you're gonna notice that my approach to the game has changed quite a bit. That's only because in this game I was lagging at the beginning. Like when I was running around, my player was glitching, and I could tell there was lag in the game, and it just got worse and worse and worse throughout the game. So I was trying my best to defend or attack both targets in the demolition without letting the connection take over too much. So I was playing a little bit calmer than I usually would. Usually I'm running around constantly. However, that is the reason why. So, mind-blowing time travel facts. Now, as the title kind of suggests, I'm only going to be talking about the facts here. There are countless theories to do with time travel. However, this is a mind-blowing facts series, not a mind-blowing theories series. Theories series, I like that. Theories series. So yeah, we're only going to be touching on the facts. I mean, you can see theories everywhere in films like Terminator, Back to the Future, Butterfly Effect. It all has genuine theories included. However, they're not facts. So let's start with time travel backwards. So far, there are a lot of theories on traveling backwards in time. However, there aren't any strong enough that would make scientists at the moment believe that time travel back in time is possible. That's the fact of the matter. They honestly have no idea how we could travel back in time because the theories aren't strong enough, and then there aren't enough facts about traveling back in time, whereas there are quite a few about looking back in time and traveling forward in time, as well as stopping time. And that's where the facts come from. So we're going to start on looking back in time. So the ability to look back in time is proven. We could do this. However, we don't have the technology at the moment that would allow us to do this. So the example I'm going to use is, if light from the sun bounces off an object in your room, it takes time for that light to bounce off the object and go into your eyes. So technically, you are always looking back in time. Very, very slightly back in time. So you'd never notice. However, you are looking back in time. The further an object is away from you, the longer it takes the light to bounce off that object and go into your eyes and have your brain recognize it, which means that the further the object is away, the more back in time you are looking. So if you look up at the sun itself, which you shouldn't do because you go fucking blind, but if you look up at the sun itself, you aren't looking at the sun now. You are looking at the sun 8 minutes ago. It takes 8 minutes for the light from the sun to come from the sun and reach your eyes and be recognized by your brain. 8 minutes. This means that if the sun burned out right now, this second, while I'm talking, boom, it's gone. Nothing would change. You'd look outside, the sun would still be there, literally nothing would change. If it was nighttime, the moon would still be glowing. Nothing. The reason for this is because, like I said, you're looking at it 8 minutes ago. 8 minutes ago, the sun hadn't stopped working, it hadn't burned out, so it's still there. It would mean that if the sun burned out right now, in 8 minutes time, you would see it burn out. Using this fact, we can actually calculate how we will be able to look back in time. An easy way to do it would be sending someone in a spaceship up to, let's say, equidistant to the sun. So the distance that the sun is away from us, I'm not sure how much it is, but if a spaceship went in a different direction, the exact same distance, with a very, very powerful camera or telescope or something, they would be able to look back at the Earth, on the surface of the Earth, at life 8 minutes ago. So let's say I run out and I shoot someone, they'd be able to contact the spaceman, he'd look down, and then they'd see the person walking around on the street, and then they'd see me run up again and shoot this person. Because it's 8 minutes. If they travel out even further, there is a chance that they could get to a position where they'd be able to look back weeks in time. Now, probably the most sensible thing, and what I imagine is going to happen, is them sending some kind of satellite out with a very, very powerful camera / telescope on the satellite, because sending a human out would just be stupid. because I don't know how would they get back. It doesn't make any sense. So if they sent a satellite out and kept it at a very large distance away, they'd be able to look back in time if they had a powerful enough camera or telescope, because of the time it takes for that light to bounce off the Earth and come back into the camera lens. So that is a fact. We could look back in time, we're just waiting for technology. Now, the idea behind stopping time, I probably should have mentioned this before, is half fact, half theory. It's been proven that traveling at the speed of light would stop time. That's kind of already been accepted by a load of scientists. However, a lot of the things that made it accepted by scientists were also based on theories. So we don't know 100%. We'll never know until we're able to travel at the speed of light. Even though Albert Einstein said that wasn't possible, I think it is, because NASA is currently working on warp drive, that thing from Star Trek you see, and they're working on something that could get us at 15 times light speed. That would be insane, because you'd be able to fly away, turn around, and see yourself flying towards you from behind, because you'd be traveling faster than the light that is bouncing off of your spaceship. So that's a bit crazy. My brain doesn't really recognize that. As for traveling in the future, not only is it achievable, but we've already achieved it. There are 3 things that apparently affect time, according to scientists at the moment. Some of these are theories, some of them are facts. However, it's one of these 3 things, or a combination of these 3 things. One is light, one is gravity, and one is the speed at which you're traveling at. So, for example, a spaceman who goes into orbit around the Earth, if he stays in orbit for, let's say, 4 years, traveling extremely fast around the outside of the Earth in his spaceship, further away from gravity, when he comes back down to Earth, he will have aged less than he would have done if he was on Earth. Not only is it people this happens for, but they have clocks on spaceships that they've sent up into orbit, and when the clock comes back down, there's been a noticeable difference in the time on that clock and the time on the clock of NASA's space station. That's how you would do it. So if you were able to travel at light speed away from the Earth, and then travel at light speed back towards the Earth, when you got back, 10 years might have passed on Earth, whereas you might have been gone for 5 minutes. Obviously, those numbers probably aren't correct. However, that is how it would work. And again, we know how to achieve it. However, we can't achieve it yet because we don't have the technology. We've achieved it in very small amounts, but not enough. Some space that, like, people have already traveled forward in time. It's in the Guinness Book of Records and things like that. Spacemen have gone out and come back younger. Not younger, that's back in time. But they've come back younger than they would have been if they were still on Earth. Now, I could talk for days about time travel. I would love to do a video based on the consequences of going back in time and the theories of going back in time, because there are a lot of theories about what would happen if you go back in time. If you want to see it, hit it up in the comment section below. I'll be sure to make it. But apart from that, Bunny out, bitches! What's cracking, Bunny Ballers? My name is Bunny Tears.